I have another divorce to speak about. Simon and Porsha. Simon and Porsha. Some more documents have come down the pipeline. Simon has finally filed an answer to the divorce, and he has also filed a counter claim. He is also demanding a jury trial. Simon said, I am not walking away this easily. You is not going to take me to the cleaners. Porsha, Diane Williams, and Simon Guobadia. Simon has finally filed an answer to this divorce, this contentious divorce that we didn't even know why Porsha filed for the first 2-3 weeks. All we knew is Porsha wanted the house. Now, Simon is saying, let me see, I haven't even had a chance to read this. This just came over 30, 45 minutes ago. Okay, let's see. Count for it to, okay. Ooh, Simon is asking for attorney's fees, honey. In this, it says First Amendment to answer defenses and counterclaim for divorce. Comes now Simon Guobadia, hereinafter referred to as respondent or husband, respondent in the above style action, and hereby files his First Amendment to answer defenses and counterclaim for divorce against petitioner Porsha Diane Williams. Respondent reasserts the answer defenses and counterclaim as pled in his March 27th filing, as if duly fully stated herein, and incorporates the same by reference. Respondent amends his answer, defenses, and counterclaim for divorce to amend and add the following counterclaims. Ooh, Simon is adding some claims. I told y'all he got that black female attorney. He fired his first attorney. He got him somebody else who about to ride for him. He is amending it to state, count 4, attorney's fees and litigation expenses. Respondent amends count 4 of his answer, defenses, and counterclaims to assert a claim for attorney's fees pursuant to OCGA 9-15-14, in addition to OCGA 13-16, 11-13, 11-8, and any other statute that becomes applicable. Simon says that he wants Porsha to pay his attorney's fees. She can't live in that house without cost. I mean, she got to pay something. That's all I'm just saying. Simon got a tough lawyer who's going to take Porsha's peach juice to the cleaners. Okay, wait. There's more. Look at this. Oh, I'm just going to show y'all a little bit because I don't have my stamp on it. But look at this. Count 4 to set aside the prenuptial agreement. Y'all see that? Do y'all see that? Simon says in his documents that the parties married on November 26, 2022. The wife filed the instant divorce on February 22nd, 2024, after being married to the husband for 453 days. Prior to the marriage, the husband and wife signed a prenuptial agreement dated November 17th, 2022. The husband and wife, through their attorneys at the time, jointly drafted the terms of the November 17th, 2022 prenuptial agreement. It's all about the prenup. Georgia law states that a settlement agreement is a contract and must meet the same requirements of formation and enforceability as other contracts. Only when a meeting of the minds exists will an agreement be formed. It is well settled in the law that an agreement between two parties will occur only when the minds of the parties meet at the same time upon the same subject matter and in the same sense. The husband and wife did not have a meeting of the minds regarding the meaning, interpretation, and terms of the prenuptial agreement, and thus there is no mutual assent which is required for a valid contract. Lord, Simon trying to get listen, I'm gonna watermark it. Simon is trying to get this prenup kicked to the curb. You said Porsha didn't get a penny in that last divorce either. She gone back to living at Porsha's palace with Miss Diane. Show it again. You just rewind it, honey. Okay, now the prenuptial agreement is not enforceable under the law because it does not meet the criteria for enforcing a prenuptial agreement. This is according to Simon's amendment to his answer and counterclaim. He also says to determine whether a prenuptial agreement is enforceable, the trial judge must determine 1, whether the agreement was obtained through fraud, duress, or mistake, or through misinterpretation or non-disclosure of material facts, and 2, whether the agreement is unconscionable, and 3, whether the facts and circumstances change since the agreement was executed so as to make its enforcement fair and reasonable. Oh, sound like he is saying that there is some fraud. There's some freaking fraud going on. I don't know. He also says, number 12, the wife has the burden of proving to the court that the prenuptial agreement is enforceable since she seeks enforcement of the agreement. So apparently, and then they reference in previous court cases. So apparently, Porsha hurried up as soon as she filed for divorce. Y'all remember she filed to say they wanted to enforce the prenup immediately. She wanted the prenup enforced, which means she wanted some money and she wanted that house immediately. It don't happen if the divorce is final or not. I want the house. I want to stay in the house. Now it says, number 13, under Georgia law, fraudulent intent at the time of contracting can be inferred based on subsequent conduct of a party that is, quote, unusual, suspicious, or inconsistent with what would be expected from a contracting party who had been acting in good faith. Ooh, so Porsha did not sign the document in good faith. It's only been 453 days of marriage. You signed this prenuptial agreement allegedly knowing that you was about to go and you wanted the house. That's what it sounded like. That's what it sounded like to me. Okay. Now, let me finish. Hold on. Number 14, upon information and belief based on potential witnesses. Ooh! And evidence, the wife entered into the prenuptial agreement with the intent to fraudulently induce the husband into entering into the agreement for wife's personal financial gain, thus making the agreement unenforceable. Okay, Simon's attorney. I see you. Ooh, okay, Simon's attorney. You better write it up. I want an attorney to fight for me this hard, child. Number 15, the Georgia Supreme Court defines an unconscionable contract as one abhorrent to good morals and conscience. It is one where one of the parties takes a fraudulent advantage of another. Porsha filed for divorce and tried to kick Simon out the house immediately. Came to the house with gunmen, allegedly, according to Simon. Told the housekeeper that she was coming back, left them with the kids. Child, this is a mess. Hold on, let's finish. The terms of the November 17, 2022 prenuptial agreement are unconscionable and shocking to the conscience. Before marrying the petitioner, the husband sold real estate that he owned prior to his marriage and used those monies to buy the approximately $7 million house located at, y'all know the address, I ain't gonna say it no more, i.e. the marital residence. So Simon sold his house and put his money on the new house prior to them getting married and prior to her signing the prenup. The husband purchased the marital residence on November 8th, 2021. Y'all keep notice of these dates. November 8th, 2021. Over a year prior to his marriage to the petitioner. Now, Simon bought the house a year before they even walked down the aisle. He put his money on the house, his name on the house. Her name is not on the house. The husband has been the sole payer of the expenses for the marital residence. Porsha, girl. Porsha, you in danger, girl. It is wholly unfair and shocking to the conscience for the wife to be able to take possession of the husband's $7 million premarital home, collect a substantial amount of the home equity, and receive an exorbitant financial payout from the husband under the terms of the prenuptial agreement after the wife entered into the marriage under false pretenses. Oh, I hope she don't go to jail. Y'all keep talking about Simon scamming. Look like Porsha is scamming. Porsha is scamming for this $7 million home and the equity and a payout and a settlement. Anyway, it says, where was I? It is wholly unfair and shocking to the conscience for the wife to be able to take possession of the husband's $7 million premarital home. Okay, we read it. Also, it is wholly unfair and shocking to the conscience for the wife to be able to take possession of her husband's $7 million premarital home while also keeping her own $1.8 million home located in Gwinnett County, Georgia, leaving the husband with no home to live in. As a result, the husband and his children are left homeless. So you telling me Porsha get to have 2 houses and Simon don't get to have none? Who is the scammer? Who is the scammer? Y'all tell me. I'm just reading documents now. I didn't make them. I'm just reading them. Number 23. It is wholly unfair and shocking to the conscience for the wife to be able to take possession of the husband's $7 million premarital home, collect a substantial amount of the equity, and receive an exorbitant financial payout from the husband under the terms of the prenuptial agreement. Simon, how much money you said you was going to give her? She want the house and the money. Ooh, Simon got all the money. Y'all keep talking about Simon is a scammer. Y'all listen. Y'all keep saying Simon is a scammer. Y'all keep saying all this stuff. Even Fallon said the one thing she missed the most of Simon was the money. Okay. I don't know what all these companies he got is making something because apparently he got enough money to buy a house legally. He put his name on the house legally. And if it's illegal, why would Porsha want to stay there if they gonna come, if the feds coming to get the house? Y'all tell me, because if that's the case, she just sitting there waiting for somebody to snatch the house from up under her. I don't know. It's weird to me. But if Simon is a scammer, like everyone says, then what the fuck would Porsha want to keep that? That's what I just said, Star. I don't understand. Is it a coincidence? I think not. Okay. Where else were we? Okay. She's gonna get an exorbitant financial payout from husband under the terms of the prenuptial agreement when the terms negotiated were in contemplation of wife no longer working. Now he's saying when they did this prenup, they agreed that Porsha wasn't gonna work no more. Now she got a whole job with the Real Housewives of Atlanta, allegedly making $5 million over the course of 3 years. And listen, it says, i.e., wife left her employment with Dish Nation and the Real Housewife of Atlanta. But now the wife earns millions. So Porsha wants the money from the housewives and she wants Simon money. What Simon gonna have? Simon, I blame you though, Simon. Never trust a big butt and a smile. That's what they say. I blame Simon. You got to be smarter in your old age. Anyway. November 17, 2022 prenuptial agreement is not enforceable because there was no meeting of the minds. Number 25, the November 17, 2022 prenuptial agreement is not enforceable because it is unconscionable. I need to Google that word. Unconscionable. Unconscionable. That means not right or reasonable or unreasonably excessive. According to Google, it is unconscionable. Now, the November 17, 2022 prenuptial agreement is not enforceable because the facts and circumstances have changed since the prenuptial agreement was executed, making the agreement unfair and unreasonable. Number 27, the husband requests that this court grants his request to set aside the November 17, 2022 prenuptial agreement and find the same unenforceable. Number 28, the husband reserves the right to amend these allegations. Now, he also added a count of breach of contract for Porsha. Ooh, this is getting messy. This is getting messy. And just think, I was just going to talk about him hanging out with Sheree. This ain't got nothing to do with that. Now, the breach of contract, Simon's attorney is saying, respondent reasserts the aforementioned paragraphs. Okay. Now, number 30. Prior to the marriage, the husband and wife signed a prenuptial agreement dated November 17. Number 31. If this court determines the prenuptial agreement to be a valid contract and enforces the same, the respondent then asserts his claim for breach of contract against the petitioner. So first he asking for them to throw out the prenup, but he's saying if you don't throw it out, then it's a breach of contract anyway. Okay, so he covering all the bases. Now, he's saying the wife breached the prenuptial agreement by failing to honor the contractual obligations of the agreement. Oh, Porsha, girl, you in danger, girl. I wonder what the Porsha's attorney gonna say to this. Next, the wife breached the prenuptial agreement by failing to comply with the terms of paragraph 17, confidentiality and equitable remedies. Ooh, Porsha was leaking stuff to People magazine, allegedly. I don't know if that's what the confidentiality breach was, but how they got the documents if not from Porsha, but I'm digressing. The next says, by reason of the wife's foregoing breach specified herein and as a direct and proximate result thereof, the husband has suffered and will continue to suffer damages. 35. The husband is entitled to recover damages against wife for her breach of contract pursuant to OCGA 1316-1 in an amount to be proven at trial. He is asking for a jury trial. He wants people to listen to this and make their own assumptions. Do you think a jury of her peers is going to agree that Porsha is owed this $7 million house for 400 days of marriage? I don't think so. I don't know though. Okay, now count 7, libel. Oh, he's claiming libel. So, respondent reasserts the aforementioned paragraphs, blah, blah. OCGA 5151A states that A, libel is a false and malicious defamation of another expressed in print, writing, pictures, or signs tending to injure the reputation of the person and exposing him to public hatred or contempt or ridicule. He's accusing Porsha of libel and defamation. On March 11, 2024, at 10:17 p.m., the wife sent the husband a threatening text. Y'all want to know what the text said? Y'all better like this video. How many likes I got in this video, child? Y'all better like this video because y'all got me working tonight. I was not expecting to work this hard. Like this video. How many likes I get? I can't even see the likes. Anyway, like this video. Okay. You said Porsha's not good at gold digging. Apparently, if she didn't look out for PJ and her business asset interest from the jump. Hold on, we still listening. Let me put Simon and Porsha right there so I can keep talking. Okay, the text message said, listen. This Porsha voice, I can't do a Porsha voice. Listen, I suggest you start spreading lies about me. I am holding your truth, but I won't for long if you are going to continue to lie on me. This process is straightforward and will be over very soon. I'm suggesting you stop before your real business is in the streets. Oh, not Porsha threatening. That's a threat. Not Porsha sent a text saying you better stop. You better go ahead and get along. You better sign off on this documents. This is straightforward. Don't fight it. Oh, I'm going to tell. That's what Porsha said. That's a mess, y'all. Hold on. On that same day, on March 11, 2024, the wife also publicly posted her threat to the husband on social media as follows. If you keep telling your lies, I will start speaking my truth. Oh, now he putting two and two together. That sounds similar to the text that she sent him. You said, Michelle, didn't you report Sheree hanging out with Simon way before him and Porsha got married? I thought I heard. Yes, Sheree been hanging out with Akon's wife a long time, and Simon is friends with Akon and Akon's wife. Yes, child. You could go all down. Yes, child. They've been hanging out a long time, but I'm going to get there. Now, on March 22nd, the wife filed a pleading sworn under oath entitled Request for Immediate and Emergency Relief, wherein wife stated in paragraph 6 of the filing that, quote, wife further shows that husband appears to have fled the country to Dubai, United Arab Emirates, and it is unknown when or whether he intends to return. Oh, Simon said that's a bold-faced lie. He did not flee the country. Remember, Simon was trolling, said he is having a good time fleeing. Y'all remember that? So Porsha put that in the court documents. Simon is saying that is libelous. You wrote that out and you knew it was a lie. Now, 43, it says, 42. On March 25th, 2024, the wife filed a pleading entitled Petitioner's Response to Respondent's Motion for Temporary Relief, Possession of Marital Residence, Restraining Order, and Motion for Contempt and Request for Temporary Significant Award of Attorney's Fees, wherein wife stated in paragraph 11 that, quote, wife wanted to ensure that appropriate arrangements were being made in light of husband's erratic behavior, including fleeing the country following news of an alleged deportation. Now, she keep putting that he has fled the country. Simon is in Atlanta right now, probably at the bar drinking a cocktail, smoking a cigar. Now, how is it that Porsha keep alleging that he's fleeing and supposed to be deported? Now, 43, wife filed the aforementioned pleadings with the court where wife statements have been published on the public docket and since accessed by the media and news publications. Wife statements are false and malicious defamation of the husband that she expressed in print and writing, tending to injure the reputation of the husband and exposing him to public hatred, contempt, and ridicule. Whew, child, this is a mess. This is a mess. As a direct and proximate result of wife's statements, the husband has suffered and will continue to suffer damages. The husband is entitled to recover damages against wife for her libelous actions in an amount to be proven at trial. The husband reserves the right to amend his allegations. Wherefore, respondent prays for the following relief. 1, that this court awards husband a total divorce from wife. 2, respondent demands a trial by jury for those claims triable by jury. 3, that this court determines the parties' prenuptial agreement unenforceable as requested. 4, that the court rescinds in equity and or sets aside the parties' prenuptial agreement. 5, that this court awards husband an equitable division of real and personal property as previously requested. 6, that this court awards husband his separate property and homes as previously requested. 7, that this court awards husband exclusive use and possession of the marital residence on a temporary and permanent basis as previously requested. 8, that this court awards wife her separate home in Gwinnett County, Georgia during the pendency of this divorce as previously requested. 9, that this court enters a restraining order against the wife as previously requested. 10, that in the event this court finds that an enforceable contract exists, the court finds that the wife is liable for breach of contract. 11, that this court finds the wife liable for libel. 12, that this court awards the husband damages as requested. 13, that the court awards husband reasonable attorney's fees and expenses of litigation. Oh, that a rule nasai issue requiring the wife to appear and show cause while relief demanded by husband should not be granted. And 15, that process issue as provided by law. And this was filed today by Attorney Ferry, okay? This was filed today. Oh, child, this is a mess. What's going to happen? This divorce gonna be longer than Kenya and Mark. But then again, they never got married. What is going to happen? And strike that Kenya and Mark. I'm not even bringing them up right now because this ain't got nothing to do with them. Because this is serious. This is real life right here. You said Simon out here living his best life. Okay, Simon.